There we go. Hey guys, welcome to my bathroom. I'm gonna wait just a minute. Hi, this is always so fun. No matter how many times I do these, this is so fun that suddenly I'm not alone in my bathroom anymore. All of you are here with me. Okay, so my name is Katie Deno, and I have been, as I guess they call me, a celebrity makeup artist for the past 13 years. I work with actresses in Hollywood and in New York and all over the world. And, you know, since I don't do any of that so much right now, since we're all at home, these kinds of tutorials from my bathroom is kind of like, that's my driving force. So I'm really glad that you all are here. And we're gonna explore some of the products that this morning I pulled out of my celebrity red carpet makeup kit from 100% Pure so that I could do this, so that I can show you the stuff that I actually use. You can look through my Instagram and see I work with a lot of Hollywood who can choose to use, you know, whatever they want, but they know that I'm going to bring the good stuff. So before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment. I know a lot of you are really interested in like keeping busy during all of this downtime that we have. And so one of the things that I think is so cool that 100% Pure has decided to do is on Mondays, they're bringing you programming. So every Monday you can log on here and find a variety of different things to learn about. So today we're going to do just a 5-minute. Can I really keep myself to a 5-minute makeup application? We will see. But you're going to learn a lot of different things, including there's going to be facial massage, or let me just look at this and make sure I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, it's going to be, Masterclass Monday, which is so cool. So at-home facials, makeup tutorials like today, and also yoga flows. And I'm sure a lot more to come. So thank you 100% Pure, because we're all kind of trying to figure all of this out together. And I know for myself, I really look forward to seeing what people are bringing forward on these kinds of platforms. It's like a whole new world. Okay, so today I have a Zoom happy hour after this. So I decided that this was the perfect time for me to put a face on and show you how I do it for my actress clients. Okay, I'm gonna time myself, which kind of seems ridiculous because I'm not very good at doing things in 5 minutes, because I never just have 5 minutes. I always give myself a little padding, and you know, with actresses, generally we're given at least an hour, if not more. So I grabbed the timer from the kitchen, and but first, before I do that, I want to walk you through some of the products because I am scared of the 5-minute time limit. So I want to show you what I'm going to use because I grabbed a bunch of this stuff. And somebody's asking a question that I don't know the answer to. So Miami, the Hustle Queen, somebody from 100% Pure can answer that question better than I, because I'm a makeup artist who loves this brand, but I don't know that answer. I'm sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to use first, thank you. My skin is so nice. I use lots of 100% Pure stuff, so thanks. Right now, I have nothing on, you know, which is kind of, it's not the easiest thing in the world to come on an IG Live with a naked face, but you're going to watch me build up on it. So these two products I've been using in my makeup kit for ages. I love a good primer, and it has been difficult in the clean beauty world, which is, oh, I should have said that. That's my entire career for 10 years. I've been focused on the world of clean, green, non-toxic, and it's wonderful to have good products to use. So if you don't have a primer and you've been wondering about them, I think you should totally invest in these, because I have not found much in the marketplace that does what these do. They hold the product on nicely as far as foundations. If you're not going to go for a full coverage foundation, concealer, blush, whether it's powder or cream. The mattifying primer, I don't need that. I wish I needed it, but I am definitely far from being oily. But there was a time in my life when I was, and I have lots of clients who are, and so I will put it just where I know people will need it to combat that super flashback shine that happens sometimes on the red carpet. But for me, it's all about the luminous primer, so that's what I'm going to use now. And I'm not counting this as my 5-minute makeup part, because it's, you know, it's skin prep. So you don't need much. I don't have anything on right now. So I always take a minute to really massage any product like this into my skin really nicely, because if you put it on some parts and not others. When you're putting your foundation on, you might get a little bit of a streakiness happening. So everywhere, all the way up to where your eyelash line starts on both top and bottom. I like to put it on lids. It gives, I don't know if this is the most perfect way for you to be able to see it, but it really does give a great base glow. And, you know, since more skin than just my face is showing, I'll bring it down a bit. I always, when I'm doing red carpets, I assess how much skin is going to be showing. This is such a nice thing to press into the clavicle and the shoulders so that you get a really good glow. You know, have you guys gotten past that whole period where you were only wearing sweats around the house? I did that for about 4 weeks. And then I was like, oh, actually, I want to look cute again. So I put on jewelry, which feels weird because I haven't been wearing it. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer now. I'm not going to keep to this 5-minute thing, so we'll just see how far over it I go. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, so first things first, when we get back to the real world, I will probably never be without, when I leave the house, a hand sanitizer. This is great. This is a new product from 100% Pure. We're all very grateful for any brand that is making these right now. I love this one, tea tree and aloe, but of course it has the 60, I think this one's 62% alcohol in it that we need. So this in your purse, key. This, if you're a makeup artist, in your kit, key. Okay, so that said, then of course I have to put some on, even though I'm in my own bathroom and not really worried about that. But the tea tree is a nice scent to have as an uplifter. Okay, so my first line of business is to put a little bit of foundation on. I'm hardly gonna do any because I like a light sheer look, but this is from their tinted moisturizer line, and I really love it because it gives you the light sheer look. And I love to put stuff on at first with a brush, then I go in with a blender, and I'm going to tell you about the blender in a minute. So this is one of 100% Pure's brushes. I like to take some product. I always start in the center of my face, or whoever's face I'm working on, and put on from there. That way you don't get the hard edge, you know? You want to make sure that no matter how much product you're putting on, you're never looking like a cake face. That's like my number one rule is if it's going to look like a heavy, good, you know, heavy coverage. Sometimes I need a lot of coverage for clients, and sometimes I want a lot of coverage for myself. You can see I have a lot of sun damage, and for some things, I want that completely erased. But for something like this, I'm going on a Zoom call. No big deal. I just want my skin to look bright and even, and now it does. Okay, so if you're using a heavier foundation, or if you're just not a fan of a brush, I always do this with a texture, although I've made myself red, but I love when, you know, texture for your face and your neck really should be the same. So whatever you're putting on your face, bring down onto your neck. And what I really like about this tinted moisturizer is that you can then go in with concealer and spot conceal any little blemishes or sun damage that you don't want to be standing out. So once you have that on, for me, I use a blender no matter what consistency of foundation I've used. So I want to show you something. So you know this is how the blenders look, right? But did you know that it's really meant to be used when wet, and they swell and hold on to a little bit of water. So I squeeze it out as much as possible and then squeeze it out even more in a dry towel, hand towel, and it goes from this to this, and the consistency changes pretty dramatically, and it becomes such that it picks up and then redeposits just the right amount. I don't think I could do amazing skin without this. So that is a huge plus for anyone who hasn't used one before and has thought, I don't really know how people get foundation to look so good. One of these for sure. Okay, I'm totally gonna go over my 5 minutes here. So a little foundation is on, then I'm gonna start at the top of my face and do just a little fill in with my brows. I love a product like this. A lot of people cannot. It's just not very user-friendly for someone who's not really into art. And so if you've had problems using pencils before, or even like those liquid eyebrow color-ins sticks, like, you're not alone. So many people can't use them. So as a professional makeup artist, I use them sometimes, but for a more natural, easier look for those who are not making this their career, something like that. I always then either go in with a brush. I love to use a fluffy brush and make sure that there are no hard edges or really dense areas of application so that it looks the most natural, right? Just a little something. And that's another one of the 100% pure brushes that's, you know, typically an eyeshadow brush, but it goes amazingly well for just blending anything out. So I always focus the most attention on the arch for myself and for others. And then I build the tail. This side of my face is lower than the other side, so I build my eyebrow up a little bit higher. Most people have asymmetrical facial features. It's like the number one thing as a makeup artist that you're there to do is to redraw a bit of a face onto a face. And for me, it's always been about doing it in the most natural and unassuming way. And you can just keep building and step back and make sure it looks right. And you're not going to do it wrong. That's the thing. I want everyone who's watching, if makeup seems like something that's out of your capabilities, it's so not. Just pick up a few products and play with them. The next things that I'm going to show you are, yeah, that was the timer. That was my 5 minutes. But the next products that I'm going to show you are like quite foolproof. Eyebrows can be tough. Liquid eyeliner can be tough, but barring those two things, it's pretty simple. This is a pretty simple product. This is their brow gel. I love this. This is the soft brown color. And even though my hair is reddish, I like the soft brown if I want a little bit of added drama to my brows. Now, I know from watching a lot of these Instagram lives, it's pretty pixelated. So I don't expect that you can see this perfectly, but what I really like to do is take a cotton swab and go through and blend a lot of that just onto the skin, because otherwise you're just coloring in the hair. And if you want a little bit more density, you want it on the skin as well, right behind, but not too much, ever so slightly. You could do one or the other of these. You don't have to do both, but I just wanted to show you. And essentially like take up almost all of my 5 minutes doing eyebrows. Okay, so we'll come back to those and see if they need to be lightened up for the rest of, to match the rest of the look. But I think for me, that's a lot of eyebrow. Okay, so I love a lot of cheek color, and what I really love is, are these. They're made out of recycled soda cans. So for those of you who are looking for brands that are doing right by the planet in addition to the formulation of the ingredients, this is one of them. So yeah, recycled soda cans. I love this blush so much. This whole line of them is fantastic. There's a lot of pigment in there and it's easy to blend. They're not, you know, sometimes you get the streakiness, not with these. So a just good overall like broad cheek dose of, this color is Mimosa. So one of the things that I'm allowed to tell you is that there's going to be a little giveaway. So please take note of the directions of what to do to enter this giveaway to win all, you know, I don't know about all of them, but a good number of these. This has been one of my favorite products forever. It's Pink Grapefruit. You can wear this with nothing on underneath it. You can wear it on your eyelids. You can wear it on your cheeks. You can wear it on your lips. It is such a good way to immediately pop color onto your face and look super fresh and like juicy cheeks. I love this one. So yes, you can put cream on top of powder. I know a lot of people are scared to do that, but creams on tops of powder, as long as you're doing it carefully and not in a way that's going to cause streakiness, is a-okay. Okay, so moving right along and not keeping to the 5 minutes at all. I always curl my lashes, always, always, always. If you've seen my YouTube channel, I devote many sessions to just eyelash curling. So curl your lashes before we do the next step. And the next step is a really pretty sheer eyeshadow. You may very well know one of their best sellers, which is this Better Naked palette. I love this palette. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And I am a huge fan of all of these shades, but I think right now I'm going to use this one and this one on my own face to create a little bit I'm using a lighter shade on my lids just to add a little pop of drama. Well, I should say a little pop of highlight. The drama comes with the slightly darker shade, and I'm going to use a little mirror so that I can see myself up close better. But can you see how that just a little bit, now this is one of the things that I do for every actress who I get ready for the red carpet, is I figure out what parts of their face I want to pop, right? And for 90% of people, there's something about their eyes that I'm going to want to have that stand out. And whether it's their lashes that I'm going to add to and, you know, curl and add some fakes, or if I'm doing like some dramatic eye and want to do a cut crease, whatever the case may be, I'm generally going to put down some sort of skin tone matching shimmer on their lid right here. So that's perfect for me. And then I'm going to put a teeny bit underneath the bottom lashes too. I love brushes like this. It's flat and easy to use. This is from 100% Pure as well. And then work a little bit into the inner corner. And I think that's exactly how I wanted it. And then I'm going to use a little bit darker, so the darker brown, and I'm going to take that just along the bottom of my lid right here. You can do so many variations, but I want to have this makeup look, especially since it's for a Zoom call, I want to have it just accentuate my features. It's not about like some fun or wild funky look. It's just accentuating my features, which includes accentuating my lash line, which is pretty much what I do for every makeup look, is all about accentuating the lash line. So always eyeshadow before putting on your mascara, because anytime you put any eyeshadow on it, it kind of falls onto your lashes and acts as a bit of a primer. So, okay, I really like the mascaras. I reached out to the founder of 100% Pure to ask about the mascara. How did you get it so good? And she was telling me like she played around with formulas for ages, really to just perfect the heck out of this. I love it. It's so defining and lengthening and thickening and all of those good things. And it doesn't, you know, because I'm such a fan of the curl, the lash curl, it doesn't weigh it down. And I do like a lot of mascara. So I wonder how far over the 5 minutes I am right now. I'd say this is a 15-minute tutorial, but you could do it in 5 minutes. I'm just taking forever because I want to make sure I tell you all of this fun stuff. So as a makeup artist, I've had the opportunity to work on, you know, tons of amazing famous faces, and it's always shocking to me how pretty much, I would say 75% of people who have their makeup done every day don't know how to do their own makeup. So I always tell people that, just like I watch a hairstylist work pretty much every day, and I really don't know how to do my own hair. And I say that because I want you to not feel intimidated by any of the stuff that you see. It's all just practice and learning. And so for things like this, I love that you get to see up close. It's not like rocket science. It's artistic and it's individual for your facial features. Even where I put the most mascara on someone, whether I choose to accentuate the outer corners or I focus most of it on the inner, like the middle of the iris, is about the artistic it is the artistic aspect of it. I'm focusing on which part of their eye do I want to accentuate the most. So I take into account how heavy of a lid do they have? Do they have a crease? Is their eye quite hooded? All of that stuff is so crucial to building the face and so fun. So I've already started to look more like me, and I'm just gonna comb this one because I have one eyelash that likes to kind of go wonky. Okay, so that's eyes. One other thing I wanted to bring up, you may not be able to see it in here, but because it's not extremely great lighting, despite this huge ring light that I have in front of me, but I love their purple mascara. Can you see that that's purple? Probably not. But the thing that using a colored mascara does is not just because it's fun or in addition to being just fun, it brings out the color of your eyes so much. So if you use one that's a contrasty color, your eye color will just like scream. And so I often will put a little bit of whatever other color. It doesn't have to be the whole lash. It can just be like an accent, because sometimes, you know, you don't want to wear an electric blue eyelash, but you want that complement to make your eye color stand out. So just a little bit to feather it in there. And then I always love a little bit of that color on the bottom. So for bottom lashes, it really depends on what your bottom lashes look like. Mine are really sparse. I can barely see them. So just a little goes a long way. But if you have like amazing monster bottom lashes, feel free to coat them. I just really like the look of just ever so slightly emphasizing them. So, and then once your lash is kind of dry, I like to go back again, do another coat or so. Can you tell I'm very into mascara? I think a lot of redheads and blondes really love mascara because it just makes your eyes so much more evident and stand out. All of my Latin friends who have long dark lashes are always like fluttering them at me. Like, I wish mine looked like that naturally. Okay, so one last and probably the most fun thing, and I was going to suggest that we do it together. So if you have any, you know, thoughts on which lipsticks, I'm going to hold them up and you're going to tell me which one. Actually, I think I need a little more cheek color before we move. Oh no, has it frozen? On my end, it's frozen. I wonder if it's frozen on anyone else's end. Oh, good. I lost you for a second. Okay, good. So a little bit more color on the cheeks. Now, color on the cheeks is totally subjective, right? I always get a little bit hot pink when I'm applying that. My skin is so reactive. But I want you to like take into consideration the shape of your face, where your cheeks, the puffiest part of your cheeks go when you're smiling, when you're talking, and that's what you want to play with. You can also conversely really accentuate your cheeks by putting a contour underneath, which is why contour has become so fun and so widely used. But because I have such a narrow face to begin with, I am not contouring and giving myself any more. But that said, I want to show you the lipsticks that can really go well with a cheek color like this. And this is, for me, the most fun part. You may notice a lot of my looks are all about lip color, and these are often the colors that I'm using. So it's going to be between these. And I mean, I'm most favoring using this for tonight's look, but if anyone has any thoughts, I will gladly take them. I'll tell you, this is the ones that come in the kind of reddish pink tubes. And by the way, these are all metal as well. I love that. They're not all metal. They're metal and the outsides are metal and recyclable and recycled. The insides have plastic, which I think you can just break out and then recycle the outer. But 100% Pure is doing amazing things as far as sustainability, and I don't think that they sing the praise of the work that they're doing enough. So for those of you for whom this is important, which I feel like it should be all of us, they're really doing a good job. So, okay, I'm gonna put this one on, and I'm gonna show it to you with this lovely liquid lip on top of it. But ready? I love this color so much. It's called Marrakesh. Now, I have nothing on my lips right now, not even lip balm, because that will help the lipstick to stay on. I don't want to put on any foundation or concealer first. Look at how great that is. No foundation or concealer first, because I am going to be talking up a storm on this Zoom call, and I don't want any chance for anything. And people say that that helps to keep it on, and it can, but I am a lip presser and a lip licker, and so I know myself that I don't need an extra layer of anything that might be might cause the lipstick to get that line in here or to have any separation. So naked lips, you don't want to put a lipstick like this on top of a hydrated lip, because it will cause it to smush around. Oh yeah, that's now I'm starting to look more like myself. the going out version of myself. The version of myself that can go on a Zoom call and hang out at a happy hour party. So just to add a little bit more hydration on top of that, I love these. I often just use these alone. And this one is called Sorbetto. You probably have seen me post about this one a lot. Just a touch in the middle to bring back a little bit of hydration right there. What do you think? And I love the shape of this because it helps you to accentuate ever so slightly the edge. If you're someone that wants the look of a larger lip but doesn't want to go the route of lip injections, I feel you. Using a product like this to ever so slightly go outside of your actual lip line is the perfect way to accomplish that slightly fuller looking lip. Okay, so everything that I've shown you is, I would say, probably like a 35% difficulty rating. I'm trying to think of, and it is all, you know, something that you can, with pretty much no real makeup artist skill, accomplish on yourself, whether it's for going out in the real world when we finally can, or just for a Zoom call. So if you have any questions, you can write to 100% Pure on here, or to me on my account. So hope you guys had a lot of fun. I always have so much fun doing these. Come join me in my bathroom again, and I'm sure I'll have a different one of these lips on, maybe this one next time. Bye everyone.